research chefs are a small group of people out in the world of food. Just to give you an idea, there's probably anywhere between 50 to 100,000 chefs in the United States, right? But there's probably only about maybe 2,000 to 3,000 research chefs out there. So we're a very small group of people in the country, and just about every major food company that you know of has a research chef. So when you go to the grocery store, research chefs have touched every product that you come into contact with there, like Kraft Foods, Pepperidge Farm. Before we begin, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Research Chefs Association. Now it's a professional organization of research chefs and people that are practitioners of culinology. Culinology is the blending of food science and culinary arts. The simplest definition I can give you for culinology is that it's the art and science of making awesome food for millions of people. Culinology is universally valued, and its practitioners define and create the future of food. And that's really what it's all about, is making our food better, so that you guys have better food to eat in the cafeteria. You got better food to eat when you go out to eat at a restaurant like Popeyes. There's people behind the scenes that are making sure that the quality is there and that you guys get a good experience when you go to eat. There's a lot of different people out in the world that use culinology every day. I started out working for McDonald's when I was 15 years old, and from there I've worked in everything from TGI Fridays to a Michelin star restaurant in Europe. I knew going into culinary school that I didn't want to just be a chef in a restaurant. But when I was a student in college, I did as much professional networking as I possibly could. I went to the Research Chefs Association. They have regional events everywhere. I just went to as many places that I could to meet people that were in the food industry, so that I could make connections and seek out potential job opportunities later in the future, or internships. Another thing that I did that was an extremely good way for me to network and get into the food industry was volunteering. I can't tell you guys how important it is to get out there and volunteer, because the people that you're helping are going to remember you, and most likely you're going to run into those people further down the road. Not only is it rewarding, but it'll help you out in the future, and it looks great on your resume. Now, when I got my job at Popeyes, they weren't looking to hire somebody straight out of college like I was. I didn't have the experience they were looking for. A few things that I did. I went out and bought a suit. I was not a suit-wearing guy, but I sucked it up and bought a suit, put on the tie, got a haircut, I shaved, shined my shoes. I didn't even know how to shine my shoes, but I learned. I went into my job interviews and I impressed them with my knowledge, and I was able to convince them that I did have the skills that they were looking for to do this job at Popeyes as a younger person. So after I left my interviews, I went out to the parking lot and found a Wi-Fi signal, and I sent my thank you notes immediately right after the interview. And I think that was pretty much what cemented me getting my job. Well, one experiment that I learned when I was in food science class in college, it always kind of stuck out with me, was an experiment that talked about the pH of water and the importance of it. I've got a handout here for you guys that talks about the pH scale. Would you mind taking one of these and just passing it around? Now what that handout is that's a handout of the pH scale. Who's familiar with the pH scale? You guys have had it in science class? All right, cool. So can you tell me what the numbers in the pH scale represent?
The acidity.
The acidity? That is correct. All right, cool. So you understand that. So the experiment that I want to do with you is something that I took when I was in food science class in culinary school. It's with red cabbage. What we're going to do is we're going to make some acidic water, and then we're going to make some basic water. The acidic water, I'm going to use lemon juice. All right, and that's going to make my acid water. And then for my basic, I'm going to look at baking soda. What number is baking soda on the pH scale? You guys should have that in front of you. 9? All right, so that's going to be more of a basic solution. And and we're going to have more of an acidic solution with the lemon juice. And I'm going to make some acid water, then I'm going to make some basic water, and then I'm just going to do one with just tap water. Alright, so we've got 3 different pots. So let me get a volunteer. Somebody come up here, quick. So here you go. Just squeeze some of this lemon juice right into the pot. And just, when you think you've done too much, keep going. Keep going, keep going. Don't be shy. Alright, keep going. Give it one good squeeze. Yeah, there you go. Alright, that's good. Score. Hit it a little. Alright, thank you very much. I need one more volunteer. Come on, somebody. Now you're going to just take 3 tablespoons of baking soda and drop it right in the pot. We probably have about a quart of water in that pot. Ooh. You see what we did? I wish you guys could see this. The water just started bubbling up when she dumped it in there. That's a chemical reaction that's going on with the water and the baking soda. All right, very cool. Thank you very much. I'll take that. And we're going to cook the cabbage in the water to see what the effect of each pH has on the cabbage. Now I'm just going to cut it into slices like I was making coleslaw. I'm going to take all this cabbage that I just chopped up, put it into a bowl. Alright, so what I want you to do is take a couple handfuls of cabbage and just drop it right in the water. Alright, beautiful. And we'll put this one back over the heat. Alright, do the same thing here. Alright, now we'll just dump the rest of it right into this weird pot here. So I'm going to show you guys the differences. Alright, so this is the tap water, and you can see this one, it's kind of purple, the acid, it's kind of like a violet, and then the base, what does that look like, greenish blue? The base solution, the cabbage has almost disappeared. Now that's because basic solutions like that are typically going to deteriorate whatever the cellulose molecules are in the cabbage. So I just thought that's a fun experiment for you guys to see how the food chemistry behind how just something as simple as the pH of your water affects the food. Thank you very much. You guys are free to go. I hope you learned a lot. Hope you enjoyed it.